All right, class. Sorry, I'm not at school. I'm sure you guys are celebrating that I'm not there. But I did tell you I was going to record a short little lesson on the new things that we're learning. So today we're going to be doing is operations in scientific notation. Operations just means multiply, divide, add, subtract. The ones that we're going to be working on today are just going to be multiplication and division. Adding and subtracting are surprisingly a lot harder than multiplying and dividing. So let's just take this for example. Let's say we had, I don't know, let's do 300 times 200. Pretty basic numbers, right? If you multiply them, you get 60,000. Okay? Pretty easy. But remember, we are working in numbers in scientific notation, so that's what we're doing. We can convert this to scientific notations. All we have to do is move the decimal place between 1 and 10. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 6 times 10 to the 4th power. Pretty easy, right? That's coming from 300 times 200, and we get 6 times 10 to the 4th. But this looks weird, so let's convert 300 and 200 in scientific notation. So this would be 1, 2. So that would just be 3 times 10 to the second. And I'm going to put parentheses in here, okay? Because we are working multiplication first. Sorry, let's just multiplication. Okay? This is what we're doing first, multiplication. Then, because it is multiplication, I either put a dot, or in case, sometimes you don't have a dot in there, okay? Right now I'm not going to put it. Here, converted to scientific notation, so 2 times 10 to the 2nd power equals, apparently, this. How did we get that? If you look at these numbers, what do you think we do? Well, think about it this way. How do you think we got 6? I would just look at this problem like, oh, 3 times 2 equals 6. So really, you're just focusing on, you're just multiplying these numbers, and boom, you get 6. Then we get 10 to the 2nd times 10 to the 2nd. What do we do when we multiply exponents? We add the exponents. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. And your number's in scientific notation. Not too difficult. So let's try a different one. Let's say we have 4.8 times 10 to the 3rd. A little bit more complicated. Times 2 to the 2nd, 2 times 10 to the 4th power, okay? So what we do here, it's pretty easy. You're just looking at the coefficient. You're multiplying this and this. What is 4.8 times 2? That would be 6, carry the 1, 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 equals 9. And how many decimal places do we have? 1, so you put 9. 9.6. Now, what do we do with our base 10, our exponents? Remember, when it's multiplication, because there is a dot right in the middle, even though you don't see it, 3 plus 4 is 7. But remember, you have to put times 10 to the 7. If you gave me this, that would be incorrect, okay? Make sure it's this little situation right there. Really, all I'm doing is focusing on the coefficients, multiplying it. So, multiply coefficients, and then add exponents. Nothing too difficult. It just takes some time to get used to, okay? Hold on 1 second, and let's see what this, I'm looking at my notes right now. Yeah, not too difficult, right? Let's try a different one. I'm using this as a backer. Alright, so let's do a little bit more complicated, okay? So imagine you had 4 times 8, 4.89 times 10 to the 4th power, and then it's being multiplied by 7.2 times 10 to the 7th power. Now, you know that you're going to be adding your exponents, so it's going to be 10 to the 11th power, because 4 plus 7 equals 11. Now, we have to multiply my coefficients. It's going to be multiplication. So, let's do 4.89 times 7.2. We get 7, 9, and we get 3, 2, carry that, and then you get 34, and you add 8, 0, 1, 2, carry the 1, 5, 3. And then how many decimal places do we have? 1, 2, 3. So you count 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Decimals right there. Now it's going to be 35.208 times 10 to the 11th power. That would be our answer. But wait. Look at this number right there. Remember, in proper scientific notation, here n has to be between what? 1 and 10, okay? 35.208 is not between 1 and 10, so what we have to do, you have to move your decimal place over 1. So what you do is move it over 1. Now it's going to be 3.5208 times 10 to the 12th power. The reason why it's 12th power is because it moved to the left once, meaning kind of like your finish line was 11 spaces this way. When you move it over one more time, when you move to that, you kind of move like your starting place. So now it's one step further away, okay? And this would be your proper scientific notation. Again, I don't expect you guys to learn this, but you have to attempt it. This is just multiplication. Good luck, y'all. Alright, so the next thing that we're doing is dividing numbers in scientific notation. Okay? We kind of went over what multiplying numbers in scientific notation. Now we're doing the opposite. So let's take this for example. We have 12 over 4, which is saying 12 divided by 4. If you don't know this by heart, you can do long division. 4 goes outside, 12 goes inside. How many times can 4 go into 12? 3 times, so this equals 3. Easy peasy so far, right? That's division. Now, because we're also doing with exponents, imagine we had 10 to the 8th over 10 to the 2nd. What do we do when we divide exponents? Remember your property of integers? You subtract. So you do 8 minus 2, which gives me 10 to the 6th. Pretty easy so far. So let's take this for example. Let's say we have 12 times 10 to the 9th over 3 times 10 to the 4th. Okay, I know that this one right here is not in proper scientific notation. Why is that? Because n has to be between 1 and 10. Okay? So here's how I would solve this problem. Imagine you combine these two, this one and that one together. It would just be 3 times 10 to the 6th. What you're really just doing is dividing the coefficients. Alright? And then I would focus on this. So first I'm going to focus on the division. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 10 to the 9th over 10 to the 4th gives me 10 to the 5th, because all I did was 9 minus 4. Alright? And here's my answer. Nothing too complicated, right? What you first have to do is you are dividing coefficients. Okay? That's all I did. 12 divided by 3. Then the next thing is subtract the exponents. So this times that 9 minus 4, sorry. And that's really what you do with division, alright? So let's take this for example, because it's not always going to be this pretty. 8 times 10 to the 7th over 10 times 10 to the 3rd power. Yes, I know 10 times, it's weird, but just go with it, okay? First, I would do the exponents because subtracting is easy. That's just going to give me 10 to the 4th. Don't forget multiplication. Then I would look at this. All you're doing is dividing. So 10 outside, 8 inside. How many times can 10 go into 8? 0. Add a decimal and a 0. How many times can 10 go into 8? 80. 8 times. So now we have 0.8 times 10 to the 4th. But wait, is this in proper scientific notation? No, it is not. So we have to move the decimal over once, okay? Which gives me 8 times 10. Remember, with multiplication, when we moved it over to the left, we added an exponent. Here, we are going to subtract an exponent. It's kind of like saying, hey, from here, you're 4 spaces away from your finish line. When I move you closer, I'm getting closer really. So I'm taking like 3 blocks really. Here's 4 blocks, here's now 3 blocks because I moved you closer. And this would be your answer. Nothing too hard, right? Let's try a different one. So let's take, because again, you're not going to be working with nice numbers sometimes. 1.2 times 10 to the 7th over 4 times 10 to the 3rd. I know what this is going to be. It's just going to be 10 to the 4th. 7 minus 3 equals 4. Alright? Then I just do the division. 4 outside, 1.2 inside. How many times can 4 go into 1.2? 0. Add a decimal. 4 can go into 12 3 times, so it's going to be 0.3 times 10 to the 4th. But again, you have to move your decimal, so it's going to be 3 times 10, because I got closer to the right, goes down. Boom. Done. Alright? Let's do one more for safe measure. Let's do 4.5 times 10 to the 11th over 5 times 10 to the 4th. This one, you can tell already, is going to be 10 to the 7, sorry. 11 minus 4 is 7. Then we go 5 outside, 4, put 5 inside, 9 times. That's going to be 0.9 times 10 to the 7th. And again, move the decimal, and we get 9 times 10 to the 6th. Alright, so don't fret if you didn't get any of that. Again, rewatch the video over and over and over. I will go over this on Friday and partially Thursday. Remember, if you guys behave, we can do fun stuff. Alright, good luck to y'all. Kill it.